Virgo, Sagittarius. It's weird, you know. I just actually filmed Return Center on the Right Side Body. Entirely there, yeah. I just filmed Virgo's read. It's on pre-recorded and it's being posted now, but keep an eye out for that. I'm seeing a little slider burger here. But yeah, like Scorpio kept coming through the reading like crazy. It was really weird. It was like almost every few minutes, like Scorpio, I'm hearing Scorpio. And yeah, I mean, that card is on the floor. It's actually I think it's the moon, which is Scorpio energy. And that was in the Mars in Leo read, and that was Scorpio's read that we actually left off on, and we have the rest of the signs to do for that series. So that could be a message. I'm kind of just linking that right here. But anyways, Sagittarius, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the channel Alchemy and You. Don't forget to subscribe. Sometimes we watch reads and it's like, I love that read. People comment all the time, I found your reading, your channel again. I saw your reading and I loved it, and then I totally like forgot what your channel was. So hit the like button and subscribe if you want to sort of be able to circle back to this channel. Sometimes it's something simple but easy to forget. Thank you for your support as well. It does help, of course. Yep, that's the moon card. It helps this channel when you do hit the like and subscribe and comment, etc. So it's a cool two-way road with that. I'm hearing blessing energy, and I hope that you find something in this channel that feels like a blessing. I know for myself, this is definitely for myself as well, of course, you know, a space where I sort of find my messages from spirit, and whenever I do, it's a powerful experience. Even 6 years having read, 7 years, just the other day I was like freaked out by how on point something was, and it's just kind of nice, you know, a space to convene with spirit and your guides. So if you feel that way, let me know. I love that, and I'd love to hear that. I feel there's a blessing coming in the sacral and the root chakra for you, Sagittarius. You've been through so much. Oh my God, you know, I feel like this pressure in the heart chakra right there, in the throat chakra. Oh my God, I feel this emotion coming through right there. Like, I am hearing Scorpio again. Yeah, so something going on with like your energy and Virgo's energy, perhaps with Scorpio's energy. I feel like something is due to you, Sagittarius. Like, I feel like, you know, you've been really kind of like spirit's ragdoll for a little bit of time. And it's like, you know, I'm hearing that song by Rooney, Where Did Your Heart Go Missing? Like, it's your turn, Sagittarius. I'm hearing you know, spirit didn't forget about you. Oh, that came through like last year. It was June, I think, their June reading for Sagittarius. Something here, I'm hearing Scorpio again. Someone here really wants to sort of give. I'm hearing giving you that best that I got. That's like Gemini's title read. This guy has a kaleidoscope. He's looking out from a balcony. Gemini's read. This man's just waiting to give you all he's got, his best, or something like that. Anyway, so Justice here. I'm seeing sunglasses. Justice here with the Two of Swords. Yeah. Now I'm hearing fame. Okay. So you are going to elevate, Sagittarius. Like, I feel that I'm hearing for some of you down in the dumps, and I certainly hope that is not the case. But you felt this sort of oppression, is what I here with the Six of Cups, and it's like something just in the sacral, something wasn't making you feely like goody. Okay, so yeah, you were maybe having trouble activating a part of you, you know, whatever that means for you, when it comes to pleasure, feeling pleasure. You could have been just like really stressed fucking out, bro. It's like, how can you watch a romantic movie when you're like running through the jungle for your life? You know, that's the energy a little bit. And we have the Magician coming in. Someone wants to give it back to you, what it is that you deserve. And this could be a spirit guide as well. We have Justice as your very first card coming out for you, Sagittarius. It's time to play, to come out and play. Your guides are saying, your lonely days, they are over. Sagittarius, oh my God, it's kind of like emotional. I feel like, you know, you have a surprise. This is something that, it's a dream. It's like, oh, I'm hearing one fine day. You knew that, like, that something was coming for you, like, of that sort, but this is still spirit's way of sort of delivering it. Okay, like bringing your vision full circle in the way that can still be a surprise. Some of you are very psychic. I'm actually a moon sign Sagittarius, which is funny. Yeah, and sometimes it's like you know, how does spirit, like spirit still finds a way to surprise us, and it's sometimes in the way the downloads come through. Maybe you had a download, like spirit gave you a download on like your future, like some of you I'm literally hearing like your future husband, okay, which is interesting with the Father of Wands right there, the Magician, and it's like, I mean, you just still, you know, maybe you thought I feel like you still were confused. It's like they really had you in the so-called dark. I'm here an itch. I got an itch to scratch, spirit. Like, they're not even telling you remotely, like, you know, how to reach your hand back there and itch it. So they really had you in a bit of a, maybe the spiritual bind. Yeah, you felt like bound by, I'm seeing a bagel donut. What even is that? Yeah, bagel. Okay, so it's like, yeah, yeah, they were purposely just like holding you in the dark, or just rebuke it with no flashlight. I'm hearing. With no friends, with no friends who got a flashlight, kind of thing. Yeah, 5 Pentacles. And I feel like now they're like, okay, it's time to like wash that away. I'm hearing wipe those tears away, okay? And keep hearing that song, giving you the best that I got. Who sings that? Yeah, so anyways, I'm hearing the Washington Post. I think I came through recently, but anywho, yeah, something about jewelry. Yeah, no, like, Sagittarius, like, this was not fair to you. I'm hearing shit was getting itchy back there, okay? And I feel like you had a lot of people who you couldn't trust in your quarters as well, and that was contributing to how it is that you were interpreting who, you know, who you felt could come in, and that's true to an extent. I feel like you had to be careful given the spiritual point at which you were at in your life, and I feel like the way we're saying it is like you're living a different life like real soon. The timeline that you've hopped, has definitely attributes to it that set it apart from what you've ever lived through, and that could be past life as well. So it could be a huge culmination, like this is the first time in your in your timeline, in your tier, okay, of you know, your yeah, I'm hearing your experiences that we see a love of this sort as well. Okay, wow. So some of you, yeah, it's interesting with the moon and the sun right there. It's time. This is giving eclipse energy. So, and I see this pressure in the sacral. Oh my goodness. Some of you, you know, you have pregnancy coming. That's for some of you. Absolutely, this is love. And I remember we've been getting this message for you. Spirit's been sort of, alluding to this message here and there throughout this year of love here for you. This being a big love year for you. I remember it was a huge love year for Virgo in their love reads. And if you want to check out those yearly readings, then please go to, go over to the yearly, yearly read. Some of you, you know, you're kind of in this like weird boat of like, I have to kind of be careful about who I level up around, and I feel like it's true. Obviously you're on that with spirit, like that's not your ego, that's like you're feeling that spiritually, I feel. And you're right, I feel like, you know, people around you have been kind of weird, and so it's like I kind of get a clue, I get a download, I get an itch, and I can scratch like part of it, but then I can't fully like exhale. I'm hearing that, and that's also part of how this will all make sense. Spirit says, and they're just sort of like giving you a wink on that, like thank you for understanding, Sagittarius, and they're just patting on the back. You've been very strong, okay? I'm gonna say it like that, coffin. I feel like, you know, you've been living a lifestyle that like most humans are not living, and this is because you're here to break the taboos, I'm hearing, the status quos, and so you have to do some climbing to get to that extraordinary view, right? You're not here to just kind of chill in the valley, otherwise you would have had everything you needed back there. You forewent that, and you said, no, I'm gonna make it to the next hike, okay? So it's kind of literally like climbing the mountain. Some people, they settle, you know, on the side of the mountain. Oh, that's good enough for me. But you're, no. Okay, so, you know, you said, I know that's the last pit stop I'm gonna have for some time now. I'm seeing a banana here peeled, but yeah, you keep hiking. And so you're strong as, you're strong. You're as strong as they come, Sagittarius. I'm hearing that from your guys. They want to level you, gas you up. Okay, keep going, Sagittarius. Keep going, Sagittarius. Okay, you're like that. Keep going with the mice. Okay, they're patting your astral tush about. Okay, we have the anchor there. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. You know, you have spirit guides. You know, I mean, you have you have the best of the best to get you to the top of the top, and it's really just like that. I feel like some of you, this is a height that you're gonna reach, and we have this Emperor coming in with a coffin. Some of you eclipsed a timeline. You said no. Okay, that's not, no. I'm hearing that's not as good as I've got. I know I have parts of me that I can't give to somebody like that, and it's about going both ways. Okay, Being with somebody who you respect, and many other factors. Look at that mountain. That's great. Yeah, we just talk about that, right? So this is you, you know, in these formative years of your experience, spiritually speaking, because you could be maybe like, you know, three ways, you know, you're middle age or a little bit on the older spectrum, and it's like, okay, maybe most of my friends by now, or most people by this age, you know, in society, in the sacral and the root chakra, like they're married by now, or they achieved this in their career by now. But here I am, you know, Three of Pentacles, and I just kind of I have this in me, it seems, you know, to manipulate my own mind's eye to the point where I don't have to see it as a negative thing, okay, and that is then a positive thing, where we see that you have achieved mastery of how you exist, and you don't just sort of fall victim to, or by default into the matrix, the matrices of sort of understanding who you are and who you've become, and then what your potential is, okay? I'm feeling the Virgo energy that came through in the recording, which again is popping up in like an hour, it should be, or so, that's gonna post. Very intense reading that was, and lovely energies generally, but very harsh medallions earned, you know. It's a bittersweet. It's like, wow, you know, you really have to go through the shadow side of humanity to get to a sort of elevated peak in your own life sometimes, and you have to sort of fight that wave and that curve, and you alongside, I feel perhaps Virgo did. I think you also came through a Virgo's read, if I remember you also were mentioned there heavily, so you may have a lot of Virgo, Sagittarius, perhaps 11 right there. Return that shit to sender. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you know, you have this gold, this sheen, this alert. Look at that sun coming out there. You are the sun. You are the apple of their eye. Who's that? The pirates. The pirates, Sagittarius. They took note of your scent, and they want to know who makes that. Yeah. Okay. But they can't even afford it. Okay, they just want to buy your time. They want your time. They want to waste your time. They know they can't. This is this type of energy. Sorry, low vibrating. Yeah, low vibrators. Okay, low, just vibrating way down here. Hey, look at me, you know. Okay, just trying to distract you, and it's really similar to Virgo's energy a bit there. But anyways, wow, judgment. Yeah, I feel you're a league apart from whoever you've met ever, and I feel like it's true. It's not cocky, it's just true. It's like the sky's blue. Oh wow, is it really blue? I don't see blue, any other thing. What else in nature's blue? Cocky sky. No, but it's just true. So I mean, you just, yeah, it's just true. You know, you have this vibration and this virtue to you, and I feel people so triggered by that they try to make it something cocky when it's just true, though. I mean, some of you have not settled down, and people want to say you're picky or you're too good for other people. No, you're not in resonance, and that's okay. That was a lie. Okay, it's better than okay. It's great. It's fantastic. Why the hell we all need to be at the lower end of the totem pole when it comes to the potentials we see on this planet? We need to be different to change this world. And that's who you are. You're different, Sagittarius, than anyone you ever met to this point. Does it mean that there isn't someone who could resonate with you? No, but you haven't met them yet, and you're not about to paint over someone's colors for them to make them look like the person that you're looking for in yourself. Because people, they change people. When you're around a certain type of person, you're going to change. That person is a chemical reaction with your composition. And you're going to become a version of yourself different. I was talking to somebody else about this just the other day. It's like, you know, the people that you surround yourself by, they sort of create with you another version of what you want to become. You know, it's kind of a decision that you make in that moment. Who do I give my story to, in a way, to write with me? And that could be a friend. It could be someone, you know, your interlocutor at the morning, the corner street mart, patisserie, you know, bodega, whatever the hell, patisserie shop. You know, it's going to be something of a part of you that you extend and then create with. And so what is brought out of you is important, and something definitely that I feel you're keen on discovering more about. Okay, well, maybe I can find a conversation here that can bring just a little more of my magic forward. And you have every right to demand justice as well in that space. You know, I think that some people around you have made decisions in their life that have led them down a path that is loading, dot, 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 if you know what I mean. It's like, okay, is this really the life I'm living? It's sad, but it's a story that is written by someone, and they wrote that story, and they read it, and they chose it, and that's a timeline, and I feel like, you know, you're trying maybe to prove that in some way by the legacy you live on this planet, Sagittarius, that life can be chosen also again. So oh, rebuke it. Ooh, some people here, you know, they don't want to believe in potential because they're held to their past, the demons in the past life, karma, and the curses, and you're here to break those bonds and to say comfort is not legacy, okay? Complacency is not vision. So seeing through what already exists is transcendental, and it is not status quo yet, and I think you want to change that. I think that that's really your broader strokes. I'm here in Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo, Cancer right here. Rebuke it. Is like, I want to live this life and be the example, not just so I'm standing there at the top sort of while everyone's staring at me, but so that there is this sort of momentum in this wave of where others expect the journey within themselves too, where it becomes sort of the default to choose a higher plane and path of choice outside of choice, because we can make a decision, and in the context of that story, that decision was revolutionary, but then we have yet still more to discover of ourselves. And so some people, you know, they're like, oh, I created it, I'm scared, that's it, I did enough, I don't want to ruin it. But you're like, no. And I feel like that's so inspiring. Sagittarius, I'm seeing it from the outside, and it's so inspiring. But some people who are inspired by you have to remember as well, they can't be around you without feeling some kind of way for long enough, right? It's like they're inspired by you, but they start to feel some kind of way about themselves, and then they make it about themselves, and then they'll try to change you and try to talk you actually down, and to the point where then they feel more comfortable in the context of your greatness. So I feel you had to separate yourself, in other words, from a lot of people here, because they're not fit for the path. They're not fit to support you genuinely on your path, which is apart from their own. And so these codependent auric hand gliders, you know, they try to definitely, you know, rule you out of their club, is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's a blessing in disguise. Like, thanks so much for not seeing me as worthy, you know, and so just good. You know, I don't want to be around closed-minded. I'm hearing closeted addicts. Okay, so I'm hearing grace, in the grace of God. We see our truth. So this is something about karma, and Spirit says everyone's going to achieve a karmic turn in the road. Always there's going to be lessons that are earned, learned, and rewarded. Okay, so in it's not your problem, and I feel like you're able to detach humbly and helpfully towards your higher self in that space. I'm saying I don't owe them their karma. It's karma. Okay, I wouldn't treat them like that, right? So there's something here. Rebuke it. And these people here, you just wait, Sagittarius. You know, these people here are really gonna try and gaslight you. Once you get to the top, it's like they don't want, because otherwise it makes them look some kind of way, doesn't it? That you know, they try to pull you back. You didn't listen to their advice, which is funny. They're trying to pull you back. It's like, let me give you advice on how to lower your vibration. It's like, okay, bye-bye. And then Sagittarius, then you like raced to the top. And there you are, and it's like they're trying to, like, you know, talk you down. I'm hearing that. Okay, so that's not yet, though. Spirit says you're not quite there yet to that point, but expect still then. If they were triggered back there and they were manipulated back there, they're really going to try, okay, to sort of feel some kind of way about how, where you are really at. And it's like, oh, are you trying to tell me that, they're trying to tell you, like, in some kind of way, you know, let's give an example, okay? You're like, oh my God, I'm at the top, it's beautiful. You're the type of person, I feel, Sagittarius, and not just because Sagittarius, I'm getting that, because you could be a Virgo sun sign watching for your moon sign, Sagittarius, for instance, or, you know, whatever, you know, have no such, whatever. I feel like, you know, you're someone who sees half full, and that's why, you know, you saw the potential of the view in the mountain that you're climbing, because you said, yes, I know I'm not stupid. There is half empty that hovers. But the potential is there. And if I don't live for the potential, we'll never know. Why? And I feel like some of you want to understand why people are scared to elevate. That's maybe in your deep subconscious, but I'm kind of feeling that. There's this, it's not about, let's say, just, people, oh, you're just like money hungry, which is crazy. And I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting at here with you, is that, these people who are negative, like, it's like, oh, let's look at what we can't. You can look at anything. You can look at the problems, you can look at the pluses. Okay? We're talking within the spectrum and order of logic, right? Of the logic of the mind. Okay, the logic of the mind. But there is a cynicism that sits around you, I feel, and it's just so stark. Like, people don't have the fuel you have in your third eye. And it's really your third eye. It's not like you're delusional. I don't feel you're delusional. I feel that this is the metrics unknown to mankind to this point by default. This is, you've achieved third eye magics, I'm hearing sorcery capabilities that most humans just are not equipped with by default. They have to do tremendous shadow work to be able to be at the point where you see what you see. It's not delusionism. I feel for the group we're reading on that is in the ascended order, okay, of light. So I feel like those of you who have really achieved this point of also capability literally to see clear in your third eye, right? Yeah, many of you have a ring of medallions, okay, when it comes to your occult metaphysical capabilities, and you're like, bitch, I know what I see. I know what I know, okay. And I got the tea. But anyways, there are people here who kind of like, they choose to see the shadow of what you see, which is kind of also the truth. In a sense, it's like, okay, did you see how he, took that really big inhalation? And it's like, yeah. It's like they want to talk about how he first exhaled, though, and then he took the inhalation. It's like, okay, I mean, you could freeze any moment in time and make that the most important scene in the movie. But if the climax is the climactic moment to you in that movie, and the movie is all about the scene for you, we're all seeing the same movie, okay? But you choose what your favorite part is. And I think that's where you say, Sagittarius, I don't owe you my magic. Yes, that's right. And so that's how, Sagittarius, you have stepped away from those who just can't come with you. They couldn't, and it's lonely at the top, baby, but you still, like, you want people to hear, this is amazing, okay? And you're just like echoing that vibration out, and trust me, some people some pirate ass valley dweller gonna be like, oh shit, did you hear Sagittarius is like, yeah, up at the top and shit, okay, Sagittarius is really fucking happy as hell up there and stuff, yeah, let's holler back, hey Sagittarius, like, you look really lonely up there, and it's like, okay, I mean, they're gonna always have something negative to say about everything and anything in the world. They just want to kind of, they want ammo. So just expect it, okay? Just yeah, technically I am lonely, but why is that a bad thing? Okay, so but I feel some of you could go tit for tat, eye for eye, and you could really debate it, but I think that I think that and I think that you do not for ego. I'm really feeling someone's energy here where you're just like, you're genuinely like Jupiterian, okay? Because again, you could be Sagittarius, but you could have an affliction even of Jupiter. As a birth chart is very there's many different confluence of factors that can impact how we mediate our potentials as well with our planetary alignment placements and such, our propensities and such. You see people settling though, and it's just like you want to help them ascend, right? And it's like I don't want to just. It's not like it's not an ego thing to ascend. It's like if I'm ascended, I want others as well to see and to strive for that same potential of their own. Okay, so I don't think the goal for you, and I think someone's trying to gaslight and frame you like, oh, Sagittarius just want to be lonely, like Sagittarius has like a social issue or something. No, bitch. Sagittarius has the potential, okay, to show the way where we can all live together in higher light form being as one. And so you're like seeing everyone here in this lower vibrational life, like kind of living apart and like in the segregated, stodgy dark energy frequency. And I feel like you're like, y'all, but they see that as like, but we're together. And it's like, no, you're always together. It's just a lower vibration. Okay, so I feel like Sagittarius, some of you here, you know, you want to migrate your bloodline as well, is what I hear. And it's like, it takes really a capacity that I think is unique to you at this time to be the one who heralds that change forward. We have yeah, it's like someone who moves even to an area that maybe is kind of like not really on the up and up, and you're like, I see the future here. Maybe it's literally in terms of real estate, just take it as you will. But with the sun in the house and the judgment card and the Five of Wands, it's like you made magic of chaos. You're the type that can take anything and make something beautiful out of it. And that could be just simply, yeah, your gratitude. So you're teaching others how to live, and they're gonna complain about the test that needs to be taken, and I feel like you are a teacher. So some people have it real ego about learning from you. My nose is just running right there, so take it as you will. Yeah, this is very, maybe also this is very small minds, and I feel like you're not judging these people, but it's like you're trying to sort of heal the need, okay, for their 444. Okay, you're trying to heal. So you are working on many different planes. Whether or not you see it or know it, you are absolutely not just in the 3D. I feel I'm talking to Sagittarians here. You are guides. The Father of Cups. You work in the third eye a lot. You're always in your third eye is what I'm seeing. Okay, so 444. You know, you are definitely you're a healer, and you're a model of light. So justice here. At the apex again for you. That beautiful justice coming in. That was the first card out, the Daughter of Cups. Some of you are also really beautiful. Masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. This Venus energy. With the Daughter of Cups and the justice, it's like you are an example. I feel some people, you know, they judge the people. I don't know why I keep seeing this very low vibration of like segregatory energy where people around you are like, oh no, only people can be like that or like that. Like even if they're really good looking and but they're not smart or like something like that. But you are breaking and shattering these confines of the matrices in the mind. And I think that some people really uncomfortable in a way with who you are, because it's like, wait, so like then wait, what am I doing? I hear it like that, like what did I know again? And like who told me that? Let me go run after them and be like, hey, why did you teach me that? I mean, and but why did you just take it blindly, you know, at face value? That, you know, that's what the world is about. I'm hearing that as well. That's the truth. You know, or that's what's right. And look in the mountain leading out. I think you're going to be known for something here. So you're the first one who's done what you've done here. And this is a bloodline thing 100%. There's something here. You're here for a certain cause on this planet. And I feel like you will be rewarded for this. But like, it's really lonely right now. For real. Not like in an emo way. Because I feel like you couldn't do this path if you saw it in that way. You can't be like, I mean, you're the type that thrives on silence. You're the type that thrives, you know, yeah, vitamin silence, vitamin alone time, vitamin, you know, self-love. I mean, these things, nature, okay? You see everything as a resource, as an asset, and it's because you are meant to do what you do here in this very particular way, okay? This is your path. So no, it's not for everybody. Some people, they cannot survive 5 minutes without being on the phone, texting somebody. That's just not you. So someone like that could not do what you do. Just saying. Okay, that's matrix as well to a degree, because you know, you don't need to talk to someone to talk to somebody. It's like some people, they're like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you forever. I miss you so much. It's like, we've been talking though. You know, there's no separation. And personally, I know for myself, I find that to be the case. Like, I don't need to talk to someone to be talking to them. It's like you could be talking to them and it's really annoying on the astral. It's like, I need to like have a boundary with your energy, you know? And so I think that's the type of person you are. You're very high vibrating. The Ace of Cups is your apex. Oh my God, you are the emblem of light. You are an example of what light can create. Because the matrix, you can create in the matrix, but you don't create outside of what has already been created. And so it's this sort of circle. Right? It's this like algeic sort of coagulated, patternized, I'm hearing cylinder of energy. But you are this sort of, I'm hearing also magmic, I'm hearing perturbance. You are this sort of radiation of potential. And it's not to be understood. And many people just see, Sagittarius, how this is going to move for you. They're going to go from really hating on you and trying to rag on you to like trying to completely control, to bottle and sell your magic. So be careful. Don't sell out, Sagittarius. I feel like I need to like have a here. I gotta wear a shirt next time. Don't sell out, Sagittarius. Okay. You need to like, because they're gonna try from many angles to be a part of what you've created. But the message is that simply it just can be done. And everyone needs to do it for themselves. So the part of it, right, where you're like, hey, I'd love to help you. It's like you told them way back, hey, I'd love like for you to jump on this, this train with me and stuff. And they were like heckling you and making fun of you and like all that back there, right? They couldn't see the potential and all that back there, right? And then so when you're up at the top and stuff, they're gonna want to sort of be there with you. But the message I hear again, the key, the take home is that it's not about being with you. It's not that you are the gateway. You are, I'm hearing rebuke it or return it in the sacral and the root chakra, par exemple. People want to create because you can create, and that's the issue. It's not about you. And many people will try to make your story about them in a negative way, in a positive way. They'll try to sort of project onto you and like be like, oh, that's not possible, and make you the issue or you the point. And it's like, no, it's about independence in manifesting. So this is gonna be very interesting, the way that whatever you've done here becomes a learning curve for others. A lot of people are going to want to try and copy you. Like I'm seeing, just they think that's what it's about. And I think the Spirit's saying, you know, keep detached in those ways where you're not giving feedback as to how people are doing, because people are going to really start to try and like copy you or idolize you. It's like, be just like you, you know, please you, and you know, this is maybe a cross test, maybe for you, where it's like now they're all like on board, but it's like, what makes it real? Okay, is always the question, Spirit says, and what is right for you at a certain point is not necessarily right for them. And it's kind of giving like, you know, where you're like, hey, like maybe it's all about spirituality and you're trying to like enlighten people about spirituality, maybe certain people who you've, and they were like not into it, and then all of a sudden it's like they see what you've done being of faith. And it's like, well, like, I guess energy exists, you know, and like astrology exists, and like spirituality is like real and stuff. And it's like, okay, so then they want to do exactly what you're doing then. It's like, oh, well, what did Sagittarius say? Like, oh, it's about crystals and astrology. Okay, then I'm going to do that. It's like, no, but it's the energy, it's the flow, it's the thread. But everyone sews what they're going to wear, okay, for themselves. So it's not, and it is about how you represent your story. Father of Swords, the Star. You have a guide here. Yeah, you're very powerful. I see here, you have a tattoo here for some of you. You always had a connection. People thought, I'm not about to lie, Sagittarius, like people thought you were like a weirdo. Maybe back in the day, hell, I know. I thought I was a weirdo sometimes when I was channeling and stuff. Okay, I'm like, I don't know where, this is crazy. I don't know where, and for those of you who are first time on this channel, I'm pulling now from this oracle deck. In the meantime, I'll tell this quick story. For those of you who are new, for maybe first time followers, I see a train here, like looking like a Polar Express, the champion. Ooh, we are the champion. Yeah, I predicted Corona. So I was channeling. Before I knew I was channeling, I was starting to hear things, okay, like more audibly with Spirit. They were opening my chakras in that way, perhaps. I always was very sensitive to energy, but I started to sort of, my channeling changed. I started to hear things, and I was just saying exactly what I was hearing. And I remember there was a string of readings where we were channeling, and yeah, I predicted Corona verbatim. So you can check that video out on the main channel page. I actually have several videos where it's on a playlist of predictions. The title of the playlist is Predictions, and you can, you know, look through. It's always kind of a nice reminder that there is a feedback loop, and there is a sort of resonance in the 3D of these messages. It's not just like always going to be metaphorical, at least for my channel, at least for my downloads. It's like actually kind of literal sometimes. And it takes time sometimes for it to be literal. The walker coming through. I'm seeing something again about walking this path, Sagittarius, and I see those mountains in the back. Or I keep seeing something about an eclipse. So yeah, you know, but anyway, going back to it, I thought it was like, at sometimes I'm hearing this stuff. I remember when I was like, keep clear of Corona, I'm hearing keep clear of Corona. I don't know what is that? What is Corona? This was a year before Corona was a public pandemic. And there was like 5 different readings that the Spirit was bringing that through. We were all commenting like, what does that mean? Crown. It's funny. It looks a little bit like a crown right there. Beer. Maybe it's like in Spanish, corona. Like, and then a year later, someone commented, and it resonated because they resonate over time. These readings sometimes. Right, in different ways. 6 to 8 months to 11, the 11-month mark, you'll probably know what this reading is definitely referring to in the 3D. But anyways, someone came back, they were like, Natalie, Corona is like, not just beer. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was crazy in that read, I swear. I was like, I was about to like even not post that read, oh my God. Because I was like, what is that with it? Go, be careful of Corona. Maybe people drinking, I don't want to tell them what to do. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's a beer. Like, I don't want to be like, overbearing. I don't want to like come off like, I don't know, like, telling people what to do. And so, but yeah, it's different, maybe from what we initially, may perceive even of our own talents and gifts sometimes. So keep an open mind with these messages, the gambler, the sailor, and please let me know how these, of course, resonate. These reads resonate because that's how we sort of learn as well in this space. I love hearing how these readings resonate. In the heart chakra, I'm a shaman as well. I clear the energy as I read, by the way, so I'm doing free Reiki basically during this reading. When I feel funky shit in your aura, I'm gonna clear it, and I clear it with saliva, okay? So there's a very strong vibrational prana to saliva, and that's what I feel comfortable using. So yeah, that, in case you're curious, oh, did she just spit? Yep, I just spit. So, furthermore though, with these oracle cards, let's get into that. Sagittarius, and I'm here in Scorpio. Yeah, you're gonna be rewarded here. In the heart chakra, rebuke it down the right side body. You will be crowned, Sagittarius is what I'm hearing. The gambler, the sailor, the runaway, the orator. Even after all these years, I tell you, sometimes it's like, God, what is this? It feels so abstract sometimes when we're getting into those higher vibrations with certain downloads. And sometimes even on your journey, it's like, where the hell am I? But yeah, we're swimming through the galactic, right? It's always nice to have that sort of, that feedback, okay? Like, so some of, I don't know, sometimes we think, oh, she doesn't care. I love to watch, to read your comments, okay? And obviously to see the like, account also is really nice feedback. So if it resonates, let me know. Chariot, I said the chair, that's Cancer. Champion, the captain. I want to see the eclipse. Give me a sec, I'm gonna, pop, the ephemeris up, and I want to see this eclipse, the next one coming up. We just had one in Libra, right? Oh, it was Aries, solar eclipse, and Virgo. Libra was a full moon. That was not an eclipse. That was in April, but we could be the next one coming up in a few months, which is September. That's Virgo season. We were talking a lot about Virgo here, and you came through a lot in Virgo's read. Virgo's uploading right now that video, Virgo May. So it's going to be that Pisces eclipse on the 21st. Yeah. Oh boy, that's big. Some of you are going to really, you're going to have to like protect yourself, I feel, Sagittarius, and I feel like you're going to feel that you almost have to by default, you're going to have to separate from someone who's just really toxic. It's like, I have to just do this. Sorry, bye. You're evil. And I feel like it's going to be kind of a moment. It's interesting that's coming up. Spirit wants to zoom up ahead and kind of like give maybe a heads up on that energy. This is someone who really had it out for you in some way. They could have a lot of Libra. They could have a lot of Pisces. They could have a lot of Neptune specifically, or 12th house energies, or there's something about your synastry maybe, or something about 12th house. Something sits in your 12th house. It could be, take it as you will. Something going on with that Pisces or 12th house energy. It could be your own energy. Virgo. Yeah, this person is really awkward. They try to, I feel they're manipulative, narcissistic type. And you're going to have to get really, can I get one card on that? Like, what is it about? Some of you, this person's going to try and compete with you, and we have no time for that. Yeah, you're going to have to get really brave. Two of Cups, you're going to have to like make a decision to really break away from, I'm here in talent agent industry. Oh, I don't know what that's about. Some of you, I'm telling you, you're going to have this magic to you, this vibration that's like, people are going to, they're going to be like so incredibly moth to the flame and addicted with your aura. So I feel like you're gonna, I'm seeing a yacht here. You're gonna have to do something about certain contracts, it seems. It's really important in particular that you checkmate this energy, because it's giving, there's this one, I mean, we're an eagle eye, eagle head. Someone is going to want to kind of like engulf you, okay, and not for the better. This is someone who, I see ketchup and shit. Someone's gonna want to like, they want to capsize you. They want to, and I'm hearing Capricorn. They're gonna try to appeal to you. Spirit's talking so far in advance about this that I feel that this is something that is a huge warning. This is all about your potential Sagittarius. This makes me think of the reading that's been coming through for a few years now. I remember, yep, that Sagittarius read. Someone from your past caught sight of your crown. Yep, you're about to burst like a star, and someone from your past knows it. Okay. This is maybe where some of this is starting to, like, you're starting to unravel and glow back up and sort of, you know, be really who you are. And I feel like people are going to, you know, it's like, well, Sagittarius is not changing, so we might as well try and be careful for what has been that tries to come your way again.